Hey guys, what's up? I am back with another speed test. So in this video, we will doing the speed test between the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra versus the iPhone 14 Pro Max. And the iPhone 14 Pro Max is powered by Apple A16 Bionic SoC with 6GB of RAM, while the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 4 Galaxy SoC with 8GB of RAM. So on the back, we have a triple cameras on the iPhone 14 Pro Max versus a quad cameras on the Samsung 200 megapixel f1.7 aperture with OIS main camera. Then we have a 12 megapixel ultra wide and a 10 megapixel telephoto lens which give you a 3x optical zoom with OIS. We also have another 10 megapixel periscope lens which give you a 10x optical zoom with OIS. While on the iPhone, we have 48 megapixel f1.8 aperture with a sensor shift OIS main camera. Then we have 12 megapixel ultra wide, 12 megapixel telephoto lens which give you a 3x optical zoom with OIS. And the back on both phones is made up of glass. We have a dual ion glass on the iPhone 14 Pro Max versus a Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on the S23 Ultra. And the frame of the iPhone is made up of stainless steel, while Samsung has a armor aluminum frame. So on the bottom we have our USB Type-C on the Galaxy S23 Ultra versus a lightning port on the iPhone. We have S Pen on the Galaxy S23 Ultra, which you don't find at all in any other smartphone, which is a really unique thing. Also, we have a stereo speakers on both phones. And without wasting time, now let's quickly boot both of these phones up at the same time. Again, I am doing second time because now the iPhone is running on latest iOS 16.5.1 while Samsung is running on May security patch based on Android 13 OneUI 5.1. Still iPhone 14 Pro Max faster when it comes to booting up. S23 Ultra also right behind there, and the Galaxy S23 Ultra has a 6.8 inch Quad HD Plus dynamic AMOLED with LTPO 120Hz refresh rate. Also we have a center punch hole on the top. Also we have a 1750 nits of peak brightness with a curved display on the front, as you can see, not really aggressive. While the iPhone 14 Pro Max has a 6.7 inch over Full HD Plus Super Retina XDR OLED display with ProMotion 120Hz refresh rate with a dynamic island on the top, and iPhone has a flat display, and the bottom chain it is more smaller on the iPhone. Again, iPhone has a completely flat frame versus a little boxier feel on the Galaxy S23 Ultra, which feels more comfortable over the iPhone 14 Pro Max. And guys, everything's closed up in the background. No application is running in the background. So phone dialer slightly faster on the iPhone. So next on the list is the settings. Again, faster on the iPhone. So now let's go to the display. Again, we have 120Hz refresh rate on both phones. And now let's open Amazon shopping. Some third-party stuff. iPhone 14 Pro Max slightly faster. Scrolling wise, both phones looks absolutely smooth. Again, Samsung has a fast scrolling speed. So now let's open this. That is very similar. So now check out some games application. Let's see Candy Crush Saga. Some lightweight application. Samsung is slightly faster. So Instagram faster on the Samsung. And now let's see Pinout. Pinout, it is very similar on both phones. Now let's open Snapchat, faster on the Samsung. Spotify faster on the Samsung. Subway Surfer. So Apple A16 and the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy inside the S23 Ultra is performed slightly faster, as you can see. Again, and the speakers, you know, it is more better on the iPhone, but Samsung has the second best speakers in any mainstream flagship phone. So now let's see Temper 2. We have different versions on both phones, but still Samsung is taking the lead. Not a big difference, but still Samsung is slightly faster. And now let's see PUBG. Big game. Let's see in that game which one will take the lead. S23 Ultra is slightly faster, as you can see again, with the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Also in that game we have smooth graphics with 90 FPS on the iPhone 14 Pro Max versus a smooth graphics with extreme frame rate. And now check out Twitter. That is very close. And now let's open Zedge. And that one slightly faster on the S23 Ultra. And iPhone always open the search app very slow, scrolling phase really smooth. Again, not a single jitter that I find on the Galaxy S23 Ultra. In my previous speed test S23 Ultra, it is not on the latest version. Now the S23 Ultra is on their latest software version. So last time launching the cameras on both phones, default camera application. So let's see which one is faster. So iPhone is faster. So now let's look at the front facing camera. And iPhone has a 12 megapixel selfie camera, while Samsung also has a 12 megapixel, and the selfie camera looks more good on the S23 Ultra, looks more natural. Okay guys, now let's see internet browsing speed. So I am seeing to for Samsung internet on the Samsung versus a Safari internet on the iPhone. So now let's open wikipedia.org with same Wi-Fi network, that is very close. Scrolling phase absolutely smooth, really impressed by the performance of the S23 Ultra. So next on the list is apple.com. Apple.com, it is really fast on the iPhone. iPhone is taking the lead this time. Samsung is now, it is also done. So scrolling phase again really smooth. Again, you cannot go wrong with other devices. Now let's see RAM management on both phones, and the Samsung has 8 GB of RAM while iPhone has 6 GB of RAM. Now let's see that how is the base variant is gonna perform in the RAM management. Phone dialer still there. Settings, Amazon shopping, Candy Crush Saga, Instagram, let's see pin out, Snapchat, Spotify. As you can see, every single app it is available in the background. Subway Surfer. So far no refresh on both phones, really smooth performance. Let's see Temper 2, PUBG, still no refresh. Now check out Twitter. Last week back to the Edge, and last week back to the internet browser where we left. As you can see, excellent RAM management performance on both phones. And guys, over I have to say regarding the apps opening speed, as you can see that, and the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra is performed slightly faster in system-based applications as well as in games mostly. Yes, in games we see a 2 or 3 second difference between these two devices, which I cannot say with the Samsung against the latest iPhone. So in terms of the RAM device in that area, in both phones is performed excellent in the RAM management. Really impressed by the performance of the S23 Ultra only with 8 GB of RAM. So now let's talk about the battery sizes. So the Samsung has a 5000 mAh battery size with a 45 watt fast charging support, but no charger in the box, while the iPhone 14 Pro Max has a 4323 mAh battery size with a 20 watt fast charging support, but again no charger. So thank you so much for watching this second speed test between the Galaxy S23 Ultra versus the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and subscribe to my channel for daily tech videos like this, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.